What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some more NBA news, this time actually revolving around the Golden State Warriors, and reports coming out that they are actually interested in Onyeka Okongwu. Not gonna lie, I didn't actually know how to pronounce his name. I thought it was a bit different than that, but apparently it is Onyeka Okongwu. But yeah, again, this is actually really awesome in my opinion by the Golden State Warriors. I think he is actually a player they could definitely use for their team, and a player that I definitely think they should actually be targeting. And just, based on the fact that he is about, I think he's like 6'9", 6'10", is like the accurate height at this point. Obviously, when he gets into the NBA, he will most likely be getting remeasured. But of course, this is just really good news, I think, for him as well, just based on the fact that I think he could actually be one of the perfect players to actually fit in with Golden State. We obviously know that Golden State, for the most part, in their championship success and the successes that they have had, they have kind of had that small ball lineup, and I think changing it kind of now would ruin, or not really ruin, but change who Golden State have actually, decided they are. The team that Golden State are, that most people know, is just like that small ball type of team with Draymond Green playing at the 4 that can go to the 5. And I think that's just how people remember the Golden State Warriors at this time being. And I think they're kind of trying to rebuild what they sort of had when they were actually very successful in, their championship run and all of that type of stuff. For example, they now have Andrew Wiggins at small forward, pretty much saying that they won't look to trade Andrew Wiggins at all, and it looks like Andrew Wiggins will be their future small forward going forward. A lot of people have kind of compared Andrew Wiggins to, I'd say, like a taller version, well, not taller, but more athletic, definitely a lot better version of what Harrison Barnes kind of is. I definitely think that's what a lot of people have compared him to. Obviously, yes, his contract is definitely going to be a lot better than what Harrison Barnes potentially, obviously a lot greater and a lot larger, but we know that they are a very similar type of player here and there. I mean, they're both mid-range experts, they're both pretty decent defenders, and they're both very streaky when it does come to three-point shooting. Now, I'd say Harrison Barnes is definitely he's improved quite a bit when it does come to his three-point shooting, but he does sometimes go on that streaky type of thing where, yeah, he does miss a couple times during a game, and that's definitely, I'd say, perfectly describes Andrew Wiggins. One game, he'll absolutely go off, and then the next game, he probably won't be shooting that well at all. So, again, I think it is extremely interesting what the Golden State Warriors are kind of going for here. The direction that they're kind of moving forward is definitely reminding me of that old Golden State Warriors type of scheme, and that's why I think Onyeka Okongwu kind of fits into all of this, because he is definitely a smaller player to the position that he kind of plays. For those who didn't know, I'd say Onyeka Okongwu kind of plays that power forward / center type of role, a bit like a Mighty Stoudemire. He's not necessarily a great shooter at all. In fact, I don't think he's a good three-point shooter at all, but he is very versatile, and I mean very versatile. He is a very good rebounder at 6'9", especially for that height, and he is just an amazing defender. Not just, in the inside, he's good at defending mid-ranges. I believe he's okay when it comes to that perimeter type of game, and that's the reason he can ultimately play power forward in today's league, of course. But again, I think it is extremely interesting just the way that he would kind of fit in with the Golden State Warriors, especially kind of how they have built their team, how the future of their team is kind of being, potentially presented, and how we obviously see the direction that they may be moving forward. But if they were to get Okongwu, I think this would maybe be a better decision than getting Wiseman. Honestly, I do like Wiseman for the boards, but Golden State do play that very high-tempo, fast-paced type of game style, and whether or not Wiseman is going to be able to sprint down the floor extremely fast, or, sprint down the floor even faster than what Okongwu may potentially be able to do, is definitely going to be the question on whether or not he's going to be able to do that. And that's why I think the Golden State Warriors are definitely very cautious on how they are approaching James Wiseman and if they're going to be drafting him or not, because yeah, there have been even rumors, there has been a lot of rumors that they are actually interested in a couple of players over James Wiseman, and they could even look to trade away that pick if they don't necessarily get what they want. A lot of people have even been saying they should trade away the pick just to kind of get better assets and move forward with, what they have right now. And I think that could definitely be the move. It is going to be a very interesting thing to kind of see what happens, but of course, I really like the move of Okongwu to Golden State, and I think it definitely is something they should definitely be obviously planning. And again, he probably prefers to play that 4. I think we all know this. He probably is a power forward at heart, but with the way Golden State are going, center may be the position that he has to go into. And I don't necessarily know if he's going to be able to out-rebound most centers in the NBA. I mean, Tristan Thompson is 6'9", definitely the best center at his height by far. I mean, is there any other centers at Tristan Thompson's height? Let's be honest here. I don't actually think there is. And Okongwu would actually be probably the only other centers to kind of join Tristan Thompson at that height. So I think that would be extremely interesting to see. Maybe some more small ball centers like, Tristan Thompson come in the league. I believe Wendell Carter Jr., he's obviously pretty small, but I think Carter Jr. is like 6'10", still. Like, he's not as small as Thompson, although I could be wrong. If he is the same height as Thompson, it's pretty insane to see that they are really, they're actually doing very well, especially for their position. So, again, I think that is pretty cool. But Onyeka Okongwu, how it's going to go, I definitely don't know, especially with how he plays. It doesn't necessarily fit how the league is today. But with the Golden State Warriors and kind of what they are looking at, he may honestly be one of the best decisions to kind of go with, of course. And yeah, a lot of people are saying, I believe NBC actually said this as well, Onyeka Okongwu is an outstanding fit for Golden State. And some people even say he's the best center in the league, not in the league, sorry, in the upcoming draft. Some people even saying that he is literally better than James Wiseman, which again, I'm not too sure if I believe. I mean, Wiseman is, he is definitely kind of there as probably the best center. But of course, we haven't exactly seen too much of James Wiseman. We don't exactly know how good he is necessarily going to be. And again, it's just going to come down to it. Really, I reckon it might even come down to the final wire on what Golden State are going to do. Are they going to look to trade their pick, or are they going to look to try and, draft Okongwu, or maybe even James Wiseman? It could honestly see where they finish in the lottery at this point. And yeah, I do expect Okongwu to be picked at maybe pick 4 to pick 10. Like, he could go high or he could go lower. It depends on what team really has the pick for this also, again, or whether if not Golden State Warriors do win the lottery, or if they lose the lottery, or whatever really goes on. I definitely think is going to decide whether or not the Golden State Warriors do, of course, decide to draft Onyeka Okongwu. But again, I definitely would really like to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on this all down below. Do you guys think Onyeka Okongwu is the best fit for the Golden State Warriors? Do you guys think he isn't? Would you guys rather them draft James Wiseman, or would you rather them draft Onyeka Okongwu? Again, I definitely would really like to know your thoughts and opinions on this all down below. But also don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel and my IRL/vlog channel. Links for them will be in the description down below. And definitely go check out my podcast as well if you haven't already. Links for that will also be in the description down below. So as I was saying, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.